play is going through the middle. So NaDa actually knows that and has taken that tower, and that's a really smart move.
And it looks like the little one didn't even go ahead and scout NaDa. He just assumed that there would be two Marines there, and he is correct, so he would have just lost that SCV. Very, very nice timing by him. NaDa performing the exact build again.
Yeah, look, I was about to say that as you said it. He has got the gas again, the second gas straight away. And TLO actually only has the one refinery on the Vespian gas. And if we're looking back in NaDa's base right now, he's getting the factory. Is he going to get that fast store port again?
I would imagine so. A lot of players love Tank Viking. We've seen NaDa do almost that exact style, getting the reactor on the starport even, so we can get a lot of Vikings in there. The tech lab does go down, and the little one looks like having a lot of confidence in the same opening he did last time, going Marine Hellion push. Now, Marine Hellion, very easy way to open almost every single time in Terran versus Terran. You can put a lot of early pressure on an opponent who makes only Marines at the front, but I love this choice of getting the medevac drop to make it even stronger. And there's the SCV from NaDa. It does see the move out. I don't know if we got the chance to see the Hellion, though.
I know, look at this. TLO is actually going for the same 1-1-1 build, and I'm not sure NaDa actually decides not to get the Hellion again. And this could be really bad because the tank is only halfway done. Can he hold this? Is NaDa's micro good enough to hold this?
And he does target fire the Hellion, but oh my god, two key shots were taken off, and the little one moves right up into the main. He's able to take all those Marines out. More Hellions and more Marines are en route, and is that critical medevac being built? Yes, it is about halfway done. NaDa is in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, NaDa's in trouble. This tank is out now. It should be able to deal with all these Marines, but he is losing SCVs. That's the problem right now. This damage, he's losing, I think, maybe 4 SCVs he lost there, but that tank will nullify any Marine push.
And the one problem that Little One has right now is that he did get this medevac out very quickly, but without all those Marines, it's going to be very difficult for this drop to be that effective. The reason it worked last time were 7 or so Marines in that medevac, but right now it is just the one.
Yeah, definitely. And 2 Vikings are coming out right now for NaDa. He will be able to take down this dropship if the Vikings come out in time, but actually I don't think they will. This drop is going to go straight on the middle line of NaDa, and he's going to lose more SCVs, and that's so good. But is he actually going to see it?
Oh, he completely missed it. Or is he able to... Oh, no, he just moved down the ramp, and he's backing up, and there's the drop. Little one is going to be able to get some good shots off on SCVs, and oh no, he's clustering up the SCVs. That could be a huge shot if Little One times it right.
Oh my god, look at this. The medevac's actually going to die. He has to drop the Hellions, and that is so cool by NaDa. I can't believe he done that. He only lost 1 SCV with that drop. Oh, 2 go down. But really, the Vikings actually saved the day right there. And actually, TLO cannot depend on any more dropships with these Vikings out.
And it looks like Little One is pretty much committed to a one-base style of play. NaDa's much more typical of this matchup, getting tanks and then lots of Vikings to be able to control the air, to be able to get better range vision with his tanks. And it looks like Little One is also making a command center with the intention of expanding back here to the right.
Look at NaDa right now. He's actually moving in with these 2 Vikings. I don't know if he'll be able to do any damage, but he's actually scouting out exactly what TLO is doing. And he's going to be careful. I mean, is he going to drop? No, he's actually just going to scout. He will pull out. He's also using the barracks at the same time. 1 Viking is attacking the barracks just outside, and NaDa decides to pull that back. And look at these both players, both expanding, but what is TLO doing? He's actually going to send his expansion down to the bottom right.
Got to be careful, though, because those Vikings can pick it off very easily, but NaDa looks like he's just trying to find this one juicy Viking of the Little One, because just having 1 Viking greatly helps those tanks, even if you can just get 1 or 2 shots off. And NaDa just having perfect reads on where Little One is going to be able to fly this, and Little One's rapidly running out of options for this last Viking.
Yeah, definitely. What I'd like to see from TLO now is actually a transition into Marauders, because he's not going to win a Viking battle, so he should just give up building any Vikings. And actually, as I say that, TLO decides to push out right now. I'm not sure if he'll be able to do enough damage, because NaDa does see it coming, and he has the Vikings for the extra range on the tanks.
And we do see the siege mode is getting close to being done, but it is not quite out yet. NaDa needs to have very good positioning. He's putting 1 tank up on the high ground. This might be just a little bit too late for NaDa. Can he get siege mode in time? No, the Little One manages to siege up right outside the front, and there's a huge siege as well for NaDa, and NaDa just obliterating these tanks at the front. But a few Marauders are making their way up to the top, and it looks like NaDa is going to be able to lose his tanks. And oh my god, is the Little One still pushing up here? He might be able to take out this last tank with this Marauder. The second Marauder heads up, and
he takes it down. Oh my god, there is actually no defense for NaDa right now, and TLO looks in a comfortable position. This tank is almost done now for NaDa, but oh my god, TLO has position right now on NaDa. He's going to have to cancel his expo, and at the same time, he's not actually, if you look at TLO's expansion, he's actually not concentrating in the bottom right. He is moving SCVs down there, but he has no SCVs building or orbital command. But I don't think that even matters. He is in such a good position right now.
Cancel at the expansion. He forces NaDa to pull back. NaDa now can only control his main. He's now desperately making tanks. NaDa also trying to build another command center. But if you go to the unit counting station, 1 tank, 1 Viking for NaDa, and that is it.
Yeah, if we look at the food count as well, NaDa's actually been knocked down to 37.
Wow.
And on the other hand, TLO up at 56. He is running this game right now, and he is moving in with more tanks, more Marines. He's just going to set camp outside of NaDa's base. But he has to be careful. He has to expect NaDa to build another command center, and he has to keep careful eye on the middle and also on the bottom south expansion.
Absolutely. NaDa trying to add on a second factory, going to try to catch up in that tank count. Again, if you have more tanks, you can sort of control positions a little more easily. We can see that Little One getting repelled because this nice tank placement by NaDa. But again, high ground advantage is much different from StarCraft 2 than in StarCraft 1. In StarCraft 2, if you can see it, you will do full damage to it. So these tanks are very vulnerable the farther they get down this ramp.
And we can just see NaDa's experience showing out right now. Look at this. The way he's pushing TLO out is by using the barracks and the Viking just to gain the extra sight range for his tanks. And he is pushing TLO out, which is really smart. And that's just a brutal style, and it's working so effectively. But he's got to be careful. If TLO actually has more Marauders, he can just stim and run straight out and take these tanks down instantly.
Something very weird happened in the Little One's main. He may have accidentally lifted the orbital command because things are sort of running off doing their own thing and finally coming back. But either way, the Little One is just making lots of Marines, Marauders, and tanks, and some Vikings as well. So this is excellent transitioning by Little One. He's not going to do anything extreme. He is just going to safely extend his advantage.
If we look down now, NaDa's building another command center.
Yeah.
Because he's actually stuck on one base. So he has so many minerals. In TVT, in Terran versus Terran, you really do need gas, especially if you're going for this mech play. And NaDa's stuck on one base. He does not have the gas necessary to complete this mech army. So he's got all these spare minerals. He's like, okay, I need to spend them, so I just build another command center.
May as well expand 1,000,000 times, then get at least 10 geysers. Then you can make as many tanks as your heart pleases. And it looks like NaDa is going into hardcore turtle mode. He's building turrets all around his base. Again, spending some of that excess minerals. But at the same time, it's going to lock him down very tight, make it very hard to be broken. But look at this, a Little One moving forward with a giant Marauder tank force. There's only 3 tanks. There are 2 more up here on the high ground, but they are so far away. Marauder sprinting and taking out the top tank, taking out the second and the third. And here come Little One's tanks. Goodbye, SCVs.
Oh, look at all them SCVs. That was such a shot.
And NaDa has a lot of tanks here on the high ground, but the Little One doesn't even need to go for them. All Little One needs to do is stay back and be able to shoot at this orbital command and continue to deny NaDa an expansion.
Yeah, definitely. This is a really nice move here by TLO. And the use of the Marauders are perfect there. I'm not sure if NaDa actually knows how good Marauders are against Terran, because all his tanks just disappeared right there. And this expansion, again, TLO is denying NaDa any gas. And as I was saying, gas is so important. NaDa actually, he's got to be careful. These tanks are under siege again. He takes down one of TLO's tanks, and this Hellion is going to go down. For some reason, NaDa is still hanging on.
Yeah, NaDa having excellent tank placement, but you see the Little One is still doing constant scans, getting a good sense of exactly where the army is for NaDa. I think Little One's making a big mistake, though, not scouting this bottom area. Wants to make certain that there's no expansions going down there. Look at Little One just being obnoxious and catching one tank off guard, and that tank falls down. And I mean, this is just amazing control. And he's running the Marauders into the SCVs. Oh my God, the tanks are doing damage to his own SCVs. That was brilliant by Little One, using NaDa's tanks against him.
Yeah, that was really brilliant play. And if we look at the unit count right now, NaDa he has only 28 SCVs compared to TLO's 47. And he's so far behind right now. And TLO's setting up camp here, but these are actually under fire. These SCVs are so good. They're doing damage. Look at this. They're doing damage against these tanks. But these Marauders are taking down all NaDa's tanks. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to survive this.
And I mean, look at this Little One just staying barely outside that tank range. Look at how close he's skirting to that edge. But of course, just needs to prevent NaDa from mining, and constant Marauders running here, taking out the top tank. There's going to be the second one going down, and NaDa has no more tanks anywhere. The Little One is going to be able to march into the main. And good game.
GG call by NaDa, and TLO actually takes down NaDa in the first of our best of 3 show match. TLO versus NaDa. Wow.
And I mean, I would even give Little One about 1.5 wins at this point, because that first build that he did on in the original game had
it's actually going to be Steps of War. Again, a small map, a 2-player map, and this is going to favor TLO once again. NaDa loves the macro play as he is the Korean, and that is the Korean style. TLO is showing NaDa the European style, which is aggressive, fast play, and try to take down the other players as fast as possible.
That is true. I mean, if you look at a lot of the tip-top level players on the Asia servers, then you see this kind of emphasis on good fundamentals. You saw the great tank placement by NaDa. He had the very nice timing on his gas, being able to have enough money to get tanks and Vikings. The expansion, again, very well timed. How did he find the money to do that? It's a very refined style of play, but the little one is just crazy, yet still always has an answer no matter what spot he's in.
Yeah, definitely. NaDa actually has to be careful of some kind of similar play here by TLO. TLO loves to get this Hellion out straight away, and it wouldn't surprise me if he did a similar build again. What will NaDa's reaction be? I do not know.
Little one spawning in the top right as the blue Terran, and in the bottom left we have NaDa as the red Terran. Now, something that I would like to see a little bit more of are Thors in the early stages of the game. They are very good for defending, as you can just surround them and repair. Even Thor pushes early on. It can be very potent, and in general they can hold off a lot of aggression, especially those obnoxious Banshees, which do tend to mess up a lot of the thinking and planning in this matchup, but the Thor does deny a lot of that.
Yeah, definitely. Banshee play has been really viable this tournament. People are using it so well, making people build Marines all the time, turrets, using scans instead of mules, and that Thor play would really help in that kind of situation.
Neither player are going to be walling in, both of them just playing safely. If you build the supply depot back by your main, there's no real risk of having any sort of tanks just barrage them at the front, and then you get into the negative supply. So I like that by both players. Little one is building a barracks right next to his main command center, leaving a little space here so that way he can help repair this SCV from any angle like this. Not building his barracks a little bit farther forward, and as I see you looking at on your screen, Mr. Apollo, this area right here is the very, very key area on this map.
Yeah, I was just looking at that, and well, both players actually have to be super careful about that. This is such a key location on this map in every matchup. This is where tanks sit down and take fire upon the gas, SCVs, and the command center. And once again, we do see TLO with the earlier scout. It's not super early, but an earlier scout than compared to NaDa. NaDa will scout after the barracks has been completed, and TLO will have that extra information.
So there's the orbital command going down very quickly for the little one. He is making a Marine out of that barracks. Both players doing the identical thing thus far, but again, those deviations in this matchup happen a little bit later, and I do like this building placement by NaDa. This not only allows him to burrow the supply depots and have them neatly nestled back here so we can repair them at any time, but also any missile turrets he builds to defend from Banshees will also defend these depots. We've seen a lot of Terran players throw down depots in vulnerable positions back here and end up losing them to air. And it does look like the first deviation we're going to see Little One getting a tech lab right off the bat.
Yeah, definitely, and NaDa's SCV is actually trying to get in. He did get in, but he couldn't actually scout anything because of the Marine there. And that is the problem with scouting after barracks, is because you actually cannot get the SCV inside to scout. So it's technically, it's not even worth scouting.
And there's a Reaper coming out for the little one. That is a very unusual play. You almost never see this sort of delayed Reaper in this matchup. Also very early second gas going down for the little one. It looks like he is now going for a factory. That is an extremely funky play. Looks like NaDa is playing the exact same way as last game, actually. Just going for the very fast factory, getting the same gas time, and getting the same Marine count.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not sure if Reaper play is the best. He may only be using it for scouting, because on this map, if we do look at the ramp of NaDa, it's so difficult to actually get inside the base because of these key locations. There is only 2 points of access, and these Marines can easily defend against that.
It looks like NaDa did get a chance to see that Reaper is backing up a little bit. Something was shot at and killed, and we just see the Reaper. There it is. It's going to be able to sneak into the top of the base. Wow, NaDa. Oh, no. Completely misreading Little One's going to be able to get in there and pick off this one Marine, and it's going to try to sneak around. No, it doesn't look like this Reaper is going to be able to scout in pretty much anything, but either way, the Little One is doing the same Hellion Marine action again.
Yeah, definitely. This is really nice play by NaDa right here, but who's he going to let TLO in? TLO is knocking on the door, and NaDa is not opening it because these Marines are stopping any form of scouting. And we do look, it's exactly the same play basically from the last game. These Hellions are coming out, the starport is building, and Marauders are coming. Everything is once again waypointed directly into NaDa's base.
But NaDa will have the tank finished at this point. It's one Reaper, and this is a very funky composition by Little One. Each unit is good against exactly one other unit. You want the Marauders to kill the tanks, you want the Hellions and the Reapers to kill the Marines.